Yeah. So with coding, I just seen it, you know, and at first it seemed something just kind of mystical, you know, that I had no idea about. And I had already started studying for some basic certifications for IT, just in the realm of IT. And once I got exposed to coding, like I saw little snippets of it, it was just like, this is magic, you know. And I just wanted to learn more about it. So I started watching just some tutorials on YouTube. And then one thing led to another, and I started taking some courses, and then yeah, it was one of those things, the more you learn, the more it gets unpacked and the more you want to know, you know. So it's just, it kind of blooms, and you know, the more you learn, the more you want to know, and the more there is, you know. There's quite a lot to it, layers, if you will. Yeah, that's a great question, because at first it was kind of aimless. Like, I didn't know what it would lead to, or, you know, but one thing it absolutely did was it unlocked for me a new way of thinking, you know, just kind of higher level concepts, like bird eye views of certain things, you know, like how things are designed or how things work with computers, and also other things as well, you know. It kind of translated into like other, you know, I think other industries, or just kind of understanding things in a better way. It changed the way I thought about things, and learning how to code and learning how to do software design. At first it was learning how to do things like, you know, like how to make a website, you know, how to make a login and registration page, and that's kind of like the ABCs, you know, the building blocks of it. But there's so much more, you know, and it really, yeah, just kind of like one thing led to another. It's like, oh, what does this do? Oh, what does that do? You know, and what does that mean? How does that work? You know, so kind of like one thing just leads to another, and it's like breadcrumbs on a trail, you know, and you just keep following the next step. But at first it was kind of aimless, and then it led into, you know, okay, I've got some ideas for applications I might want to make, and then it led into another thing. I just kind of like, my plans got bigger and bigger along the way. Because of the kind of potential that it holds and what you can do with programming and software design. So he goes to school, like he does go to school through the week. So I'll wake up, you know, we'll do breakfast and take him to school from about 8 to 4. So during that block of time, I'll be able to work, pick him up from school, then we'll play outside. I'll start to make dinner, then we'll do bath, book, and bed kind of thing. But then on the weekends, I'll still try and knock out work, you know, where we'll wake up and I'll make him, you know, breakfast and lunch, and I'll make him breakfast and lunch, play throughout the day. But when he's playing, I'll try and, you know, sit down and, you know, knock out some work, or if I can have an earbud in, you know, maybe just one, I'll listen to a lecture, you know, and something I'm trying to study on a certain subject, you know. So I'll try and work it out, you know, one way or another how I can. But it is quite a bit, you know, because I'm a single parent, and taking care of him, you know, getting groceries, you know, doing meals, dishes, laundry, you know, all of it, you know, every bit of it. But he's great, you know, so I'm really lucky in that way, because he's kind of laid back and plays well. That kind of gives me, you know, a bit of space to be able to comfortably do work and do technical analysis on the markets, and also build up these presentations and study some of these questions that people might have, you know.